Shalom and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about 8 Yiddish words Israelis use all the time and probably don't even know that its origins are from Yiddish. One of my most popular videos on this channel, the history of the Yiddish language. And in that video, I explain that Yiddish is comprised about 70% of German words together with 25% Hebrew and Aramaic together with other Slavic and European languages. So this means that some of these words are going to be coming from the German language, while others will be coming from the biblical Hebrew or Talmudic Hebrew or Aramaic. But of course, they all will have that Yiddish twist to them. I love this next word, and that is Tachles. So Israelis use it and maybe don't know that the original word is tachlit in Hebrew, which means the ultimate purpose. So today when we say Tachles, it actually means get to the point. What is the bottom line? Okay, Tachles, aval ma Tachles. What needs to be done? What is the bottom line of all of this? And it could also be used with an exclamation point, which is Tachles, or you're right. Actually, yeah, you're correct. The next one Israelis use all the time, and that is Nudnik. Nudnik means he is very annoying. And it comes from the Slavic languages, I think Russian. Nud means someone who's bored, which boredom can lead obviously to him being extremely annoying to others. And nik, which is a suffix in Yiddish that comes from the Slavic languages, that means you are part of this group and to describe a person who belongs to something. We use this suffix nik all the time in Hebrew. We have a kibbutz nik, someone who lives in the kibbutz. We have a miluim nik, someone who is on reserve duty, and we even take this Yiddish suffix and add a Hebrew suffix to it when we say in plural, miluim nikim. That means many people that are in reserve duty. Another word to describe someone who is extremely annoying, he is a kutel, and in Hebrew we say Lekater. He does the verb of being a whiner and complainer. I understand this comes from the German word kutel, which means a male cat who grumbles and growls and is annoying like a cat. So someone who is a kutel is someone who is annoying and whining and a complainy pants. Lefargen. I love this Hebrew word. It's one of those Hebrew words that you really can't translate. When you lefargen to someone, it means basically without any jealousy, just being happy for someone else's success or something they've been working on. Lefargen means to be happy for them and to rejoice with them. In Yiddish, this word was farginan, and in modern day Hebrew, we made this into filgun, lefargen as a verb, and this is a word we use all the time, and I don't think many of us realize that this is originating from Yiddish. The next one is a Macher. This we use to describe someone who is extremely connected, but there's sort of a negative connotation, like he uses his connections and he's able to get things done, but a little bit in a negative way. So we could say, he's קצת מאכער, מאכער בעירייה, he's a Macher in the municipality, he knows how to get things done, move things, but perhaps not in the most clean way. This word, I think, is one of the most important Israeli slang words, and that is a Frayer, someone who is a sucker and a little bit naive. Now, this was brought to Israel already in the 1950s. It was part of the Hebrew slang. It comes from the German word Frayer. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but basically means someone that is easy to trick, maybe a bit naive. And in Israel, that is the last thing you want to be. You don't want to be a Frayer. You don't want to be someone who could be tricked easily. If you pay for something that is supposed to cost 100 shekels and you pay 200 shekels for that, that would be the worst thing, because you don't want to be a Frayer. Shtuyot. This is a word from biblical Hebrew. It comes from the word shtut, which means a mistake or something that is done wrong. And Yiddish made this plural, which is Shtuyot, which means nonsense. And in Yiddish, you could say also Shtuyos, which means nonsense, or shtus, which means like also a little bit of connotation of someone wasting your time. Like nonsense, that's also wasting your time. Now, in modern day Hebrew, we took this Yiddish shtuyos and shtus and we Hebraicized it into Shtuyot, which is more of an Israeli accent. Today Israelis will say eze Shtuyot, that is complete nonsense, or there's also an expression Shtuyot b'mitzah, that is nonsense in tomato juice. I don't know, that's one of the expressions we use. The next one shows how much Yiddish culture affects the way we talk all the time, which is the phrase nu. It means kind of hurry up, nu, get to the point. It comes from Yiddish and originates from Slavic roots, which correlates with the word Tachles, which is nu. Ma Tachles, let's get to the point. What do we need to do here? Nu. It shows a little bit of impatience and wanting to get right to the point. So there are many more examples of Yiddish words that we use in Hebrew all the time. I tried to pick the most popular ones. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Shalom!